The NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. On our sideline reporting tonight, Allie LaForce. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top five.
Well, right now for the Trailblazers, they're moving upwards just a bit. Still plenty of work to do, but as they say, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Holmgren plays at the 4 with Hartenstein at the center spot. Out on the perimeter, Wallace and Williams. And it's SGA in at the point. And for the Trailblazers, on the block, you'll see Kamara and Klingon. Holiday out there with Matisse Thybulle. And it's Avdia in at the small forward. And DB, at this early part of the season, what's most important for the head coach?
What's fascinating to me, Kevin, when you listen to coaches talk is whether you're a championship coach or a first-year coach, one of the biggest things you have to do is figure out your rotations.
And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. Pass to Avdia. Pulls it up. Thunder with the rebound. Wallace outside. Now SGA. Here's Hartenstein. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Well, you see Hartenstein using both the size and the strength to his advantage. Nicely done.
Pass to Thybulle from deep. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. We've played just over a minute here in the first. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, after winning the title, OKC secured their future. Significant extensions this summer for Chet Holmgren, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and both of their Jalen Williamses. The Thunder are building something for the long haul, guys.
A young, exciting team. Okay, thank you, Shams. Now here is Holiday. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
Holmgren sets the screen for Wallace. SGA, that's a two-pointer. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Quick trigger there by SGA. I'll tell you, on the catch, be ready to rise and fire.
Holiday surveying the floor. Pass to Kamara. 6 on the shot clock. Trailblazers moving the ball around. To end the drought. Rebound by Williams. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Holmgren outside. Here's Hartenstein. Out to Wallace. Takes a 3. Hartenstein. And Hartenstein is right there.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Give a big round of applause for your Blazers Breakers dance team.
Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, number 1.
And he's not going to forget that season anytime soon. And it's safe to say neither will anyone who watched him.
Trailblazers trail by 8. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I caught up with Coach Chauncey Billups. I brought up Jalen Williams, and Coach said that he has a plan. Williams is an impressive all-around player. Coach did admit that, but we're hoping for some physical, high-pressure defense that will put him off his game a little tonight. A simple strategy, but Coach seems confident that it'll get results. Guys?
Thank you, Allie. And here's SGA after Avdia made the last three-pointer. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Holiday. The kick out to Williams. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Holiday with it. They'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Trailing by 5. Wallace, the pass to SGA. Three-pointer, nailed from three-point land. SGA's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, he's certainly got all the tools. SGA proving to be increasingly a threat from deep.
Kamara finds Avdia. To the inside. Clingan. And it's Clingan with the jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's SGA. He has 5.
Sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Well, Hartenstein sees a path to the rim and does not hesitate.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Dort comes in for Holmgren. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Wallace. And it's Mitchell in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Trailblazers trail by 8. Pass to Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Williams, that's good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Lillard against Mitchell. Lillard scanning the floor. The three-pointer, no good. And so it's Oklahoma City in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Thunder.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. Isaiah Joe is out there with Mitchell, and it's Carlson in at the center position. GA, despite their youth, this Blazers team showing some grit at the defensive end of the court.
Yeah, very disruptive. Length on the perimeter. Donovan Clingan towering in the paint. And Chauncey Billups on the sidelines preaching that hard-nosed approach.
Here's Williams. Trailblazers knocking down the tray. The tray. Rebound by Williams. Dort against Sharp. Kicks it out to Lillard. Mitchell with the steal. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Now, here's Lillard. He has yet to score from the arc. Can't get it to go. He's taken two and missed two. For Oklahoma City, their last game was a loss to the Clippers in Los Angeles. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Damian Lillard talked about what it would mean to his legacy to win a title. He said, "My body of work does speak for itself. I don't think I have to prove it to anybody. It's more for myself, honestly. And I just want to be like, yeah, I've done all these things, but I want a championship too." Back over to you, Kevin.
Chasing that ring. Okay, Allie, thanks. Now here's Williams. After the miss from Damian Lillard. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. There's the pick. And here's Mitchell from the arc. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Kamara, he's checked in for Williams. Avdia comes in for Shaedon Sharpe. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Henderson. And it's Holiday in for Damian Lillard. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. On the wing, Williams. And back in the day, guys like Bird and Magic competed for championships as rookies. But Doris, we haven't seen that in a while.
Kev, you have to remember, Larry Bird was drafted in unique circumstances. He was drafted a full year before he left college. And for both Larry and Magic, they joined talented veteran teams. That would be like the Celtics or Warriors drafting Wemby. It would be the exact same story.
Right now, let's go to the sideline. And here's some news about Donovan Clingan. What have they told you there, Allie?
Guys, the head athletic trainer for Portland provided some information. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. While it took some time for him to completely recover from this injury, there is a chance that he could play on it. So we'll be monitoring him closely. Back to you.
And Allie, we thank you for the report.
That's so true, but it is also what we expect to happen. It is part of every professional sports league. In the NBA, the schedule obviously a grind. Injuries happen, but we hear this all the time. It's next man up. Somebody's injury could be an opportunity for somebody to get minutes and do something with those minutes.
And DB, you watch how the Thunder play defense. Great rim protection.
Kevin, this philosophy is all about taking away the paint first. If the ball is in the paint, sharks are in the water.
Klingon, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant, so he gets them both.
Boy, when you watch this guy shoot free throws, you can see very repeatable motion, and that is what leads to this kind of consistency.
Now here is Holiday. They really needed more from him in that loss to the Lakers. Here's Avdia. No good on the three. The Thunder leading by 9. Wallace finds Williams. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Wallace. Inside. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And now a moment to see the stats for Gilgeous-Alexander. Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged 32 points a game, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
Dort, he's checked in for Williams. And Holiday kicks to Thibault. Outside Holiday. Clock at 6. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Hartenstein.
Boy, we talk a lot about Jrue Holiday's physical play. What about the finesse right there? Great shot fake.
Jrue Holiday. Taking 2
Take a break.
shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
One of the things you admire most is Jrue Holiday's versatility, his toughness, the overall impact. This is the kind of guy you win championships with.
Both free throws good from Holiday.
Well, we all know this guy is a legitimate two-way threat. Jrue Holiday gifted as a defender and solid on the offensive end.
Holmgren outside. That 3 off the mark. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Holiday with it. 5 points in the game. Shot from the wing. Off the left rim and out. And that concludes the first half. Thunder out in front. They're up by 7. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
24.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
Think for Oklahoma City. I love a new season, new faces, new places. Get to watch the rookies develop. Nothing better.
Yeah, it's great to be back for us, and for the players, and for the fans. And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the Thunder.
It's all been gravy, baby, and you know I know all the flavors of gravy. Movement, finding good looks, and shooting the ball at a high clip.
Yeah, beautiful execution at the offensive end. They're in firm control of this game from that standpoint, guys.
How many kinds of gravy are there?
There's barbecue, there's pineapple, there's
gravy.
orange.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. One of the stories here, Jalen Williams getting it done today.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Well, perhaps the most impressive thing has been his incredible consistency. This guy is a great player who always brings a ton of energy. What a great half.
On the block, you'll see Kamara and Clingan. Holiday out there with Matisse Thybulle. And it's Avdia in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. Now, here's Thybulle. Still scoreless. Pass to Clingan. Now, Thybulle from past the arc. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Holmgren's got his 4th rebound in this one. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks a lot, guys. Coach Mark Daigneault talked about the Thunder's system of player development, and he said, we try to do things that serve both the team and the individual, and then it's easier for guys to commit to it, and as that happens, then you have an environment that can be pretty powerful. Back to you, Kev.
Turning potential into production. Thanks a lot, Allie. Now, here's Thybulle. Pass to Avdia. Taken away by Williams. Jumps up, and he slams it down right on top of Denny Avdia.
Oh, my goodness. J-Dub deep in his bag on that dunk.
Like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their Connected Cam. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Hey, fans, get up and move with your Blazer dancers.
Check of the stats for Williams. He's coming off an excellent season. Last year averaged 21 points per, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And you talk about defensive presence, he's the real difference maker on that end.
Yeah, he's always somewhere around the ball, finding ways to help his team by shutting down the opponents.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Pass to Kamara. There's a screen by Kamara. Avdia can't hit.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Wallace the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Holmgren from the arc.
Struggling to get into their groove here, just 1 for 4.
Avdia dishes to Holiday. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by SGA. Using his size out of the backcourt, Gilgeous-Alexander.
Wow, what a quick release from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. What a pretty pull-up.
And, Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
out from around this band who'd like a free t-shirt tonight. Who wants a t-shirt? It's time for some t-shirts. Here they come.
Damian Lillard is checked in for Avdia.
Number 0.
With a break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. The Trailblazers in second.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
And Williams, here we go. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Trailblazers trail by 9. Lillard outside. For 3. Hands it from downtown.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 7. Count that bucket.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Lillard. Swinging the screen for Lillard. And the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Now here's Williams. He's got 8. Fires from deep. Lillard with the rebound.
Boy, they've done a good job overcoming his offensive struggles. He's got to be very thankful for his teammates.
To the middle. Here's Clingan. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. Wallace outside. And the 3 ball is good. Wallace has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Some shooters might overthink a wide open shot. Not this guy.
Swinging the screen for Lillard. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's SGA. Here's Holmgren. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now a 9-point Oklahoma City lead.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Lillard. With 1 on the clock, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Oklahoma City ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the 4th quarter. Dort and Williams up in the forward position. Isaiah Joe is out there with Mitchell, and it's Williams at the pivot, manning the middle. Here's Mitchell. The Blazers getting the bucket. Outside Williams. Pass to Dort. Oklahoma City moving it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. And it's Portland with the rebound.
I'll tell you, this is not a game he'll want to individually remember, but they are positioned to close this thing out.
The layup missed. Oklahoma City leading by 7. The drive by Mitchell. Avdia with the rebound. Up top, Sharp. Pass to Lillard. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by Jalen Williams.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Williams finds Williams. Here's the floater. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And the Thunder lead by 9.
What you like about J-Dub is he tries hard to get to the positions on the floor he likes. If he's in the painted area, that's a good spot.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now.
That time, we need you to make some noise for your Trailblazers scout team.
Entirely new group here for Portland. Klingon, he's checked in for Williams. Toumani Camara comes in for Grant. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Shaedon Sharpe. And it's Drew Holiday in for Damian Lillard. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Dort. Wallace is checked in for Isaiah Joe. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Mitchell. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team. He said to them, you guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now.
Thank you once again, Allie.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
Now, here's Thybulle. Now Holiday launches it. Williams with the rebound. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Dead-eye shooting from Gilgeous-Alexander.
I'll tell you, tough first half, puts it in the rear view. The shooting percentage starting to reflect that.
Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Holiday. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Now, here's Avdia. Now Holiday. No good. Had a chance to end the run right there. .135 left in the fourth quarter. Klingon with the steal. And now running up the court, Avdia pushing it up. Here's Holiday. And the layup is off.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Stolen by Avdia.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. this was an excellent all-around performance for the Thunder.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Williams.
Boy, he makes it look easy, almost like he was just hanging out in the gym practicing today. That's how good it was.
One shot.
That one misses for Hartenstein. Well, it's hard to see OKC doing what they did last year without Hartenstein.
I would argue, Kevin, one of the biggest free agent signings in that particular offseason. Hartenstein fills a role as important as any on the team. He can facilitate offense. He's a rim protector, a dominant rebounder. You talk about a plug-and-play guy, that's Isaiah.
And it's the Thunder with the ball after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Jalen Williams.